Of generosity is a heart that's willing to give, that leads to a life that freely gives. I am a giver. I'm going to keep saying it, and I'm going to tell it everywhere I go. It's easy for me to teach about it because nothing changes. It's my heart. It's who I am. Giving is what I do. Shout out to Pastor John at 3D Church, one of my spiritual sons in the faith. Kind of suffered a mild heart attack this week. You may remember a couple weeks ago, we went to Atlanta and preached at his church. A lot of stress on him, suffered a mild heart attack, and God willing, he's so much better now and doing so much better today. And I told him, I said, man, I think you need to take some time off, and the doctor suggested it too, but we just didn't tell him to take some time off. I kind of spent today walking through strategy with him. Well, week 1, we're going to do this. Week 2, I would do this. Week 3, I would smush this in right here. Week 4, so-and-so, so-and-so. And we've been kind of walking through it. See, to all my creatives, to all my intellectuals, that's me freely giving of my intellectual property. Freely giving of my intellectual property. But I want to pause and parenthetically digress, because I told you 3 weeks ago that repetition breeds what? Revelation. Someone put that in the comments. Repetition breeds revelation, which means the more you do it, the more you discover, or the more that is revealed. I'm looking at people in this room, from nurses to doctors to reporters to artists to activists to executives to entrepreneurs to teachers. Every person in this room, to actors, musicians, cinematographers are in the back, photographers, creatives. There are so many people. There is an amalgam of individuals in the room who would testify to the fact that the more you begin to do what it is you do, the more you learned about what you do. I'm going to say that again. I want you to put that in your notes. The more you do what you do, the more you learned about what you do. That's the first point. Point number 2, the more you do what you do, the more you learn about what it takes to do what you do. Point number 3, the more you do what you do, the more you understand about the things that come with assisting what you do. Those were 3 points that I could stop preaching right there. The more you do what you do, the more you learn about what you do. The more I speak, the more I learn. Take your time, Mike. When I was younger, my preaching was so fast. And can I suggest to somebody, 4 minutes into the sermon, I'm already saying, slap your neighbor, high five, tell them God's getting ready to do it. Because I thought the quicker I got to the shout, the better the message was. But the older I get, I don't mind taking my time, because I know where I'm going. I done took this route before. It's almost like going out of town on vacation. The first time you go to Orlando to go to Disney World, you're kind of panicking because you don't know the freeway, don't know the highways, don't know where the restaurants are, don't know what to expect. But after you done been 3 or 4 times, you don't even pack the same no more. You just say, no, I get that when I get there. It's a Walmart on the 3rd Street to the left, because I know more about what I do. So what am I discovering? The more I preach about the principle of generosity, the more I'm discovering about generosity. And there is a pro and a con to everything I teach. What's the pro, PMJ? I'm raising up a generation of people who have a heart that's willing to give, that leads to a life that freely gives. The con is, if you don't have the principle of discernment, you freely giving to people who don't deserve it. Did I just say anything to bless anybody? So what am I realizing? Yes, I have the principle of generosity, but what I'm trying to get my church to understand is that these principles do not work isolated from the others. Did I just say something that just blessed anybody? These principles don't work isolated from the others. Let me make it make sense like this. Your life is the remote, but without the batteries, the remote is useless. So what I'm saying is, this message or this series that I find myself in, it's not a la carte. It's a combo. No, it's all or what? Nothing. So what am I telling you? You cannot have the principle of generosity but not have a mindset principle, meaning that what I believe about myself often determines what I believe about God. Or the principle of multiplication that suggests God did not just simply call us to maintain, but he called us to what? The principle of freedom suggests that freedom is not doing whatever you want to do, but doing what you were created to do. The principle of partnership suggests that trusting the wrong people will make you worse, but trusting the right people will help you what? When the principle of transformation suggests that the gift or my gift will change others, but my character will what? Change me. The principle of the pig suggests that who you choose to be in your life will either be an asset or what? Assault. The principle of breakthrough suggests that true breakthrough is not when you go to the next level, but when God shows you why you are stuck on your now level. Somebody shout now level. Now, I'm going to say this, and none of my millennials are going to get this message. None of my millennials are going to understand this because you live in a PS5, PS4 generation. But everybody who understands Nintendo might get excited. See, because in Nintendo, we didn't have all of the games you guys have. We had Mario. We had Mario Brothers. And here's the blessing. Mario Brothers and Sonic the Hedgehog. Well, that was Genesis, Sonic the Hedgehog. But when you look at Nintendo and Genesis, Mario and Sonic were our go-to games. The only problem is the first and second levels were easy. And I don't know about you, but most of us got stuck on that third level, trying to figure out how do I get Sonic over this flying robotic, or trying to figure out once, as long as I was on the surface, I was Mario killing that thing. I knew how to hit my head on the brick and get the mushroom and I grow, get the fire and I shoot stuff, learn how to move fast. My issue was with when I went down the tunnel and got underground, and then this fire dragon started shooting me, and I had to jump over his fiery darts. Y'all missed your shout. Jump over his fiery darts, but it was a problem. If I jumped too high, I hit my head on the spikes. If I didn't jump high enough, I got hit by the fire. Then the whole while the bridge would be coming and going, and I used to sit back and like, I cannot figure this out. So I did what everybody else did, was reset the game. And what I would do is master and learn how to have fun on the levels I knew. But I never stopped to learn the levels I did not know. Breakthrough is not you being the bomb at what you always do. Breakthrough is when you discover why you can't progress past where you are. Breakthrough is not when you get a promotion. Breakthrough is why you broke, understanding why you broke and how you can flip the season that you're in. Everybody wants to go to another level. True breakthrough is when you can say, God, if you never take me off this level, I've learned how to maximize the level that I'm on. It's called breakthrough. Then we talked about the principle of discernment. The principle of discernment is our ability to recognize the difference between what's dead and what's dormant. Then we talked about the principle of the detour. The principle of the detour states that God can use an undesired route to get you to a desired result. Then we talked about last week something to me that just flipped everybody's mindset. It's the principle of honor. It's the principle of honor. What is the principle of honor, Pastor Mike? The principle of honor suggests that how I express the value of others determines if I experience favor or famine. How I express the value of others determines if I experience favor or famine. We discovered that favor is not just something that is applied to every individual. Favor is not just something that is applied to every individual, but rather favor is something that you acquire not because of who you are now, but because of who God is calling you to be later. God never grants you favor for what you're currently in. He grants you favor because what you were before you got in it was the proof that he was about to take you where he's calling you. It is called the principle of honor. And what is the principle of honor? The principle of honor suggests that how I express the value of others determines if I experience favor or famine. Now let's talk about this deductively. Who in their heart has been trying their best to practice honor this week? That's rich right there. In the comments right now, who's been trying to express honor? Who's doing their best to make sure, Pastor Mike, I never thought about that the way I think about it now. I never stopped to realize all of the places where I could have practiced. Somebody shout honor. Now, here's what's crazy, and sorry so much, my eyes are just watering like crazy tonight. Honor, what are we talking about? The principle of honor. What I've discovered is the places in my life where I did not express honor, I experienced horror. I'm going to say that again. The places of my life where I did not express honor, I ended up experiencing horror, okay? So put this in your notes if you don't mind. I want you to write honor. And somebody in the comments, if you don't mind, be my personal assistant today, okay? On one side, write honor. On the other side, write horror, okay? Under honor, I want you to put dream. Under horror, put nightmare. All right, under dream, I want you to put hero. Under nightmare, I want you to put monster. Under hero, I want you to put save. Under monster, I want you to put destroy. Now you get a picture. Now you get a picture of what happens in your life if you choose honor or dishonor. The places you choose to dishonor, you turn that person into a villain or into a monster who is hell-bent on destructing your life. They take what was supposed to be a blessing. Now your life becomes a nightmare and you live in horror. Most of our relationships are horrible because there was no honor. See, you can either be honorable or horrible. I'm preaching to three folk, and you ain't got to shout. That's why I can't wait. Show my sanctuary. That's why I can't wait till my real church come back so we can praise church, because there are two types of people sitting in the room and watching online. One of y'all about to go crazy because you like, I know I've been honorable, which means what the devil meant for evil, God's getting ready to shift for my good. But then two of y'all just got nervous because as much honorable as you tried to be, it's like you've been dealing with a whole lot of horrible. And what I've discovered is whenever you lack honor, it causes horror. Can I preach to somebody in here? This is why we discovered last week that he can only perform but a few miracles. So let me free you, because we said this yesterday. I'm gonna see if somebody can put it in the comments and shout it to me. When honor is low, faith is slow. When honor is low, faith is what? Slow. So let me free you real quickly, which means that there's no honor, faith is low, and low faith produces what? Disbelief. Disbelief blocks your ability to connect. See, because whenever God wants to perform a miracle in you, there's one ingredient you got to bring, which is faith. God's not going to deliver you and fight you at the same time. I'm preaching to three of y'all if y'all receive it. God's not going to deliver you and fight you. Have you ever discovered, and it blew my mind as I'm teaching my babies how to swim, that the swim instructor told me one of the number one causes of drowning is trying to save somebody who can't swim. They said the average person who jumps in the water to save somebody from drowning dies, and they know how to swim. And it's not because they don't know how to swim. It's because they don't have the time to swim, because the person who is not equipped is so busy trying not to die that they end up pushing them underwater trying to save themselves. Which is why you got to be careful who you connect with, because if you trying to get where God is calling you to be, but you're connected to people who don't honor you, don't respect you, and don't see you for who you are, while they're trying to save themselves, they will end up killing you. Somebody ought to just type, he's preaching to me today. He's talking, it is called honor. Somebody type, shout honor. And that's what I'm trying to get my church to realize now, that we must be a people who live and walk in honor. We must be a people who live and walk in honor. You want to know what I discovered? This is so rich. This is so rich, so rich, so rich, so rich, so rich. You do not properly understand honor until you have to give it to somebody who's horrible. You can turn the monitors down on this stage, they're ringing. You don't properly understand honor, D, until you have to submit it to somebody who's horrible. No, this is critical. David blesses my life, and maybe the depth of David's anointing was matched by the depth of his honor. I'm preaching to three of y'all. See, maybe God knew I could take David high because he remained exceptionally low when Saul was trying to kill him. Wasn't it David who said, if I wanted to kill you, I could have? Am I preaching to anybody from across the world? David said, no, while you was asleep, but while you was in this cave, I was right behind you. And if I did not honor you. But conversely, we see Noah, who's drunk in a tent, and his blood don't honor him. So his blood tends to what? Uncover him. I'm finna free five of y'all. I see two stories and two principles. I see two men who are absolutely in the wrong, but I see one person who his blood who uncovers him, and another one who's not his kin who does cover him. And that lets me know that honor does not require blood. It requires humility. I'm preaching to three of y'all, and I'm only preaching to five folk, and I'm gonna say this, and had Rock City been here, we would have told this new church all the way up. People so quick to talk about how weak you are and don't have a clue, baby. I'm perceived weak to y'all, but the people who calling me weak understand that at any moment, if I did not honor you, I could have blew all this up in the first place. Because I know, I'm preaching to three of y'all who can just tell the truth that I ain't heard some stuff, I know some stuff, and the only thing that's keeping me from going crazy on you is the fact that unlike you, I possess. So let's talk about it. Somebody shout honor. Can I give you a new principle today? This is good. Jill, can I give you a new principle? Karan, Deacon Karan, Rock, can I give you a new principle today? Principle number 317. Principle number 317, the principle of boundaries. This is rich. The principle of boundaries suggests that you cannot be everything to everybody. That's enough. May the Lord watch between me and thee while we're absent one from another. The principle of boundary suggests, this is good, that you cannot be everything to everybody. Jesus teaches us this principle, why PMJ? Because Jesus lived a life of boundaries. He said, I'm gonna be whatever the crowd needs me to be, in a sense. So we have the 5,000. That's the crowd. He breaks the crowd down to a community, which is the 500. Then he tells the 500, meet me in a certain place so we can experience Pentecost, and you get the 70. Out of the 70, he says, I'm only gonna teach and pour into the 12. And out of the 12, he says, 3 of y'all are qualified for leadership. I'm gonna call you the core. Put this in your notes if you didn't weren't a part of my level series. I'm finna give you boundaries. 3, 12, 70, 500, 5,000. That's rich. 3, 12, 70, 500, 5,000. Okay, let's define them. 3 represents the core. These are they that see me transfigure. Michael, these are they that can handle not just what I do, but who I truly am. And what I've discovered is y'all keep bringing 500 into 3 conversations. Michael, 3 is the core. Somebody say core. Terrell, what I've discovered in my life, Rod, what I've discovered in my life, what I continue to discover in my life is that one of the greatest issues of Pastor Mike Jr. is that I'm just me all the time. That's one of my issues. I'm just me all the time. I'm just as crazy. D, you work here. You know I'm crazy. Same crazy I am up here is same crazy I am up there. And that's the problem. My team sometimes is afraid to bring big people around. They're like, no, let's keep them out, because, you know, at any time PMJ can come out, Pastor Mike come out. What I've discovered is lately I just haven't had that issue because I now have done my own appraisal. And I realized 3, 12, I'm gonna go give it to you quick. 3 core, 12 circle, 70 collaboration, 500 community, 5,000 crowd. 3 core can handle who I really am. 12 circle can be around me enough but don't get as much. 70 is who I collaborate with. My 500 is my community. They know me but don't know me. We're cordial. When they need me, if I'm available, I can come through. 5,000, that's the world. So can I free you? If 3 is the core, 12 is the circle, 70 is collaboration, 500 community, and 5,000 is the crowd, outside of each one of them, put a price. Because to each level is an admission. I had somebody tell me the other day, they said, Pastor Mike, ain't no telling how crazy your concerts would be. We went to one concert, it was 4,000 people there. I said, yeah, but I've yet to sell a ticket. I said, so in this season of my life, I'm ready to see, James, that if I put a flyer out and said, come see Pastor Mike Jr. perform, but it's $35, who shows up? And I'm starting to discover that there are certain areas of your life that you keep thinking your circle is strong, but the admission is free. If it don't cost you nothing to leave me, then that determines the level at which I can let you have access. I'm preaching today. Hear me when I say this. What am I trying to get you to realize? No. Pastor Mike, I just want to be close to you. I'm so sorry. You don't have enough to pay to get into that circle. And I'm not talking about financially. I'm talking about you ain't sold enough tears. You ain't prayed and fasted with me enough. You ain't interceded for me enough. You ain't seen me on the floor. You've only seen me at the mountain. And what I've discovered is people who deserve you at the mountain, that's the 5,000. But keep in mind, when Jesus gets to a point where he's about to lose it, he tells the 3, come here. Ooh. Jesus teaches us that you cannot be everything to everybody. I just need 1,000 people to just type that, just in case somebody sleep in the chat. I cannot be everything to everybody. I want to free y'all. This is good tonight. Oh my God, this is good. I cannot be everything to everybody. Now let me free you, and this is going to mess a whole lot of people up. Well, Pastor Mike, why did he give me so many skills? Why did he give me skills, discernment, wisdom, knowledge, and gifting for a plethora of areas if I can't use them for everybody? I'm so glad you asked. I'm so glad you asked, because I've discovered, all right, all my cooks give me a what? All right, cooks, you're finna bless me. Any good cook knows that when it's really time to cook, you got to know where all your stuff at. Now, everybody who play in the kitchen and always doing stuff, have you ever got ready to cook, but then you had played so much, you didn't know what certain stuff was? So now you burning stuff that you know how to cook because you're spending too much time looking for stuff that ain't in place. That's why some of us are so stressed out. It's because your discernment that you need for this level is stuck in a conversation it should have never been in. Your wisdom for your next season is depleted because you've been up all night talking to people who ain't gonna take the advice even if you wanted them to. And what I've discovered is God gives you all those skills not so you can be spread thin, but so you can be whole and effective for when it's your season to walk in all of it. My God, am I preaching to anybody in here? So what I've discovered, I'm about to free 7 of y'all so you won't have no pressure. I cannot be everything to everybody. As a matter of fact, I'm going to give you 10 seconds to go ahead and screen record this, and I just need you to put this on your page because you too kind-hearted to say it yourself. Attention, whoever is on this page, the person's page that you are on does not have the strength or the courage in this capacity to tell you this, so they brought me on their page to say it for them. As of this day, I now realize I cannot be everything to everybody. I tried to give you advice, but you were hell-bent on doing what you want to do. I tried to be there for you. I laid there and cried with you, but you continue to walk back into stuff that almost drove you crazy. So do me a favor, since you ain't gonna listen and receive what I'm trying to do anyway, may the Lord watch between me and thee while we're absent one for another, but for the people who are ready to take advantage of all that God has placed in me. Get ready to go to another level. Get ready to go higher. Get ready to be blessed. Get ready to experience the best season of your life, because God's getting ready to do something fresh in your life. I'm Pastor Mike McClure Jr., and I approve that message. I cannot be everything to everybody. The life of Jesus is showing us that we owe everybody love, but we do not owe everyone equal access. That's rich. That's rich. The life of Jesus, critically, I'm gonna say it better. The life of Jesus, I'm not gonna say it like that. The life of Jesus is essential in teaching us that we cannot be everybody. I'm gonna say it better. The life of Jesus is essential at showing us that we owe everybody love, but we do not owe everybody equal access. That's rich right there. And I want to free you, because 7 of y'all keep letting people guilt you into levels they should have never been on, because they keep telling you stuff like it's not fair. It's not fair. Oh, here's another one. Well, I've been here. Welcome, my brothers. Come, eat and be merry. But I told you my stuff. I never asked you. You started talking before I even said what was wrong. So I've discovered, this is gonna bless somebody, I owe everybody love. Put scripture on it, Romans 13:8. Owe nothing to anyone except for your obligation to love one another. If you love your neighbor, you will fulfill the requirements of God's law. God never said they had to be close. He said you just gotta love them. Michael, can I free you? Can I free you? And they don't get to determine what love looks like. Ooh. I'ma just preach, because I don't think y'all like me. I don't think y'all like me. The Bible says, owe nothing to no man but what? Love them. And what I've discovered is we spend too much time trying to give people what God never even commanded you to give them. Can I free you? Does God not love everybody? Is everybody gonna make it in? Because access ain't guaranteed. I'm preaching it. God said, I'm not even gonna give everybody access to heaven while you giving everybody access to your peace. I'm preaching. I need 7 of y'all to just put in the comments, access denied. Access denied. As a matter of fact, Dre, we are virtual. Go ahead and throw it on the screen right there. That right there is a calling signal. That's what your FaceTime looked like, right? And it shows you the name of who's calling. And if you can see right there, that is the past calling you. The past does not represent just past stories. It represents past people, past feelings, past emotions. And the old you, because you tried your best to be kind, would have hit that green button. But the new you, hitting that red button, and you're not even gonna let it go. No, I'm at a certain level in my life, I'm not even gonna let it ring so you can think I ain't see it. I'm pressing no on 2 so you can know very clearly, access denied. I need 1,000 folk to just type access denied. My peace is too important, my joy is too important, my favor is too important, my future is too important, my destiny is too important to allow people who have not been proven to have access. Pastor Mike, this ain't God. No, man of God, this is not God. Man of God, this is not God. You're right. Your God, G-A-W-D, want everybody to have access. But my God, G-O-D, said in Proverbs 4:23, above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. So scripture consistently informs us about the need of boundaries. I'm preaching. I owe you nothing but to love you. I do not owe you access. I don't owe you access. You don't have to get to know me. I'm gonna say, they don't have to get to know you. Well, before we go any further, I want to make sure I get to that. No, I'm not here for that. No, we don't have to be friends at church. No, God bless you. I want to be a community of people who love each other. But just because I sit next to you on Sunday, just because I sing on stage with you, well, Pastor James told us on the praise team, we got to come together. Yes, come together centered around the vision. But who you dating and where you live and what you like to do in your personal time ain't got nothing to do with people you just see once a week for 30 minutes. Why you giving a 30-minute Negro 24-hour-a-day access like y'all tight as y'all are, when truth be told, you really don't even know who you standing? I'm preaching. Y'all ain't got to like me, because I'm trying to free you. This is why we think we all experience church hurt. All of us think we experience church hurt because we are giving access to people that we should have been in assignment with. We chose to be personal. And if I choose to be personal, you hurt me. The church didn't hurt me. I'm preaching if you receive that. And what I'm trying to free the church from, am I going too deep? What I'm trying to free the church from, Elder Reed, what I'm trying to free the church from, Elder Tristan, is this illicit ideology that suggests I can walk around boundaryless, and every attack that comes is the devil. The scripture says an angry man is like a city without walls. Or in other words, a person who is always angry is boundaryless. I'm preaching if y'all receive that. Y'all don't like me today. This is why 1 Corinthians 15:33 says, do not be misled. Bad company corrupts good character. Boundaries are not about giving up on people, but giving people up to God. Boundaries are not about giving up on people, but rather you giving people up to God. The reason you need boundaries is because if you don't set a proper boundary, you're going to be trying to do God's job. It ain't your job to deliver them. It's your job to deliver them. Y'all miss what I just said. It is not your job to deliver them. It's your job to deliver them. I'm gonna make it make sense. It ain't your job to bring them out. It's your job to bring them to the one who can bring them out. He didn't say if you be lifted up, but he said if I be lifted up. And the problem is when you try to be the one that they are coming to, you now put yourself in direct opposition of God. Why, Pastor Mike? Am I doing all right? Without boundaries, the people that mean the most to you get the least from you. Without boundaries, the people that mean the most to you get the least from you. There are levels. There are levels. There's levels. There are certain people I trust with my nakedness, that I'll tell a joke around, I'll laugh around. Conversely, sometimes the people I trust to have fun with, I wouldn't trust with my kids. Elder Candace, Deacon Corey got a level of trust from me that's so deep that if anything was to happen to me, I trust my family. That if I go somewhere, hey, Corey, every time I hit the road, Corey, if something happens to make sure you take care of the boys, watch the boy. Candace, can you? That's another level of trust. On another level, I trust Tiffany in a way I don't trust nobody else. If I feel tormented, I'm going to tell Tristan. I'm not going to tell the prayer team. Now, if Tristan tell the prayer team, he is no longer qualified to have that level of access to me. I'm acting like my church here right there, because this would be the part where somebody would just be like, ooh, and my sister would have, see, this is where the church would have went ham, because I've discovered boundaries are not about rejection, but responsibility. Boundaries are not about rejection. Boundaries are about responsibility. So when you fail to set a boundary, you say to God, I'm irresponsible. If I do not set and keep boundaries, I'll never own what belongs to me. If I do not set boundaries. I will never own what belongs to me. Me setting a boundary ain't about rejection, it's about responsibility. It's about responsibility. In certain places of my life right now, I'm closed in the circle, regardless of how people feel about it. No, you're not gonna make me feel bad because you've proven to me there's certain boundaries. I don't rock with you like that. No, and you wanna know what I discovered? People are so fake that even when you be sincere, they think you tripping. So fake people will be like, no, you my girl. Man, you my guy. Oh, that's bestie. Them my folks right there. Then get in another conversation and dog you out. But then a good person will walk up to you and say, I love you so much, I just don't rock with you like that. Then you'll look at them and say, oh, they think they better than everybody else. Because the culture has conditioned our ear that we feel as if anything that is not what we desire is wrong. No. So if I don't set a boundary, am I doing okay? If I'm doing all right, I just need you to type preach PMJ in the comments right there. Somebody shout preach PMJ. So I want to free you. So boundaries are not about rejection, they're about responsibility. I'm going to say it again. Boundaries are not about rejection, they are about responsibility. So if I fail to set boundaries, I am saying in no uncertain terms to God, I am irresponsible. And when I prove to God that I am irresponsible, that makes me replaceable. Every person in the Bible who was irresponsible and did not set boundaries, we saw them be replaced. Hear me when I say this. The reason David lost his child is because he did not have a boundary. He should have been at battle, but he's at home on the balcony and he sends for Bathsheba. There should have been some level of boundaries. Pause. I want to parenthetically digress because if I preach in an abstract sense, I'm held responsible for what you believe. What's a boundary, PMJ? A boundary is when I place a person or restrictions around me that protect me from me. Did you catch that? That's a boundary. That's a boundary. If I ever meet with you, anybody in this room, if I ever meet with you, male or female, the door gonna be open. That's a boundary. Every 4 or 5 minutes, somebody gonna walk past the door. That's a boundary. Because I've discovered if we in a room and the door closed and 30 minutes pass, you can leave and say whatever you want to say happened in that room. Now I'm having to defend myself publicly, knowing good and well nothing happened, but I didn't have a... This clip has been seen over 30 million times on social media, and it was something I said during the pandemic. You got an alarm on your house because you love it. You got an alarm on your car because you love it. But when it comes to your peace, your name, and everything else that comes with you, there are no boundaries. Help me, Holy Ghost. Help me, Holy Ghost. Can I ask you a question? Do you want to be replaceable? Then set boundaries. Set boundaries. Set boundaries. Set boundaries. You know what I discovered? Whenever I do too much in front of people, whether I like it or not, their perception of me is going to change. That doesn't mean they're going to leave. That just means even if they stay, they're going to perceive things a little better. They're going to perceive things a little different. And what I've discovered is, I hope you can handle this, what I am now having to do, which a lot of people and all of you watching me at home, you're about to have to start doing, which is going to be very painful. You're going to have to start setting boundaries to people who had access. Y'all don't like me today. Y'all don't like me today. So that means, I need you to catch this. I need you to catch this, okay? Take, for instance, this recording. Show the room, Dre. I want you to see the room. I want you to see the room right there. Look at this room. Now, I want you to, Dre, if you don't mind, there it is right there. Show a quick shot of where we used to record downstairs. See how many people was in that room? When we came upstairs, I took all of those people out. Not because something was wrong with them, but because there's something wrong with me. Pastor Mike, make that make sense. You have no idea that when I came up to preach today, it almost ruined praise and worship. Why did we fade out of praise and worship and make it seem like, man, worship was so good, but while they're worshiping, we want to get you some information? It's because when I came up, my microphone went crazy. It got so bad, we had to stop everything and figure it out. I don't have the patience the temperament or the maturity to have all my people standing here, yet stuff is going wrong. With that many people in the room, if a mistake happened, I'm gonna start fussing. I'm gonna act a fool because I never want my people to see something that's not of excellence. So to protect me from dishonoring the people who love me, I said I don't want nobody in here except for the people who've seen me panic. And you know what I discovered? The people who understand gonna say, Pastor Mike, now that you said that, I respect that. The people who just want to be in the room may be in their feelings. That's not my responsibility. Because had you been in the room when this happened last week, and I had to tell Dre, don't do that again. I said, oh, give me what I watched for, give me what I wanted. Then you would have went home like, well, Pastor Mike was mean to Dre, wasn't it? And Dre would have been at home like, no, when we in there, we got a saying, when we in war, when the bullets flying, feelings don't matter. Just tough it out. We're trying to figure it out. Now you sitting at home like, I did not know he was that mean. How else do you think we birthed all this? Ain't no pregnancy pretty. Michael, what I'm discovering is, so now I know me, and because I know me, I know what to set around me. They're heavy. They're heavy. They're heavy. This heavy. In the physical world, offense. Somebody say offense. A boundary, let's just use an example as a fence. A boundary is a fence. In a physical world, a fence or some other kind of structure usually represents a boundary. In the spiritual world, fences are invisible, but you can create a strong fence with. I need some help teaching today. I wanted to tag team, and I thought this would be special. I've never done this in my life, but I think this is gonna be fun. We've been talking about the principle of partnerships. And what better partner to tag team with than my baby brother? So I want to call up Pastor Darius McClure. Is it all right if we preach together today, y'all? Can we preach together today, dog? Let's do it like we was little. We got to do it like we was, let's go. You ready? You ready? Is it in you? Let's go. Let's go, Doc. Let's go, man. Don't fake the funk. On the nasty dunk. On the nasty dunk. That was our code word to get in our room when we was little. So I'm excited. So let's get ready. While you're standing, I'm going to take this side, you take that side. Matthew chapter 7, verse 6. Uh-oh. Thank you, Rod. This is going to blow you away. Matthew chapter 7, verse 6. Do not give what is holy to dogs, and do not throw your pearls before swine. I could stop right there. Do not give what is holy to dogs, and do not throw your pearls before swine, or they will trample them under their feet and turn and tear you to pieces. I want to preach today from this topic. I want to change it because I felt this in my spirit. This too toxic for me. You may be seated. I want to teach from this topic today. This is too toxic for me. Is that okay? Watch your mouth. Is that okay? This is just too toxic for me. So, like I say every week, we've been in the midst of a series entitled The Courage to what? Commit. I'm going to say it again. The courage to commit. I will not stop preaching this series until you finish my sentences. I need you waking up out your sleep like principal fellowship. Welcome. I need you in the line at McDonald's. What do you want? Can I get number 3? Have some generosity? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And a Coke. Like, I need this in your spirit. Why, PMJ? There is some stuff, 7 of y'all gonna catch this, that God has stored up for you, that he's waiting on you to grab your key and unlock it. Yes, sir. Now, we've been talking about locks. We've been talking about keys. We don't spend a lot of time talking about locks. Wow. Pastor D, I want to put you on the spot because when we talk about locks, what type of locks come to your mind? Give me one.
It's crazy. When you say locks, it actually makes me think about the type of lock when you go to a safe, where you have to put a combination in.
Let's stop right there. We have a combination. So certain locks come with a code. I think you missed what I just said. It comes with a code. And if you got a code, if you buy it, they sometimes give you a code or they allow you to what?
Create it.
Create your own code. Put this in your notes if you don't mind. Put this in your notes. You can't get in the safe because you can't create the code. See, in spirituality, when you decide to create a code, what you're saying is my way should make this work. The code is simple. The problem is you won't read the manual. You want to know what type of lock I think about? Did you catch something with that?
No, you got it.
The type of lock I think about is I learned this hard lesson this week here at the church. I walked out a door, turned and walked back in the door, and the doors on the front of the church lock every time you close them, unless you use the key and set it to unlock. You can put this in your notes. There are some doors you're gonna walk through that you won't be allowed to get back out of.
Talking.
I don't think you heard what I just said. When you answer your call, listen to your pastor, when you walk through that door and accept the call, that door locks. So you cannot revoke or renege on what God called you to do, okay? D, jump in there when you get ready. Come here, Jonah, who got a call and tried to walk back out the door. Walk back out the door. And what did God do? He sent a storm and made him sit still until he decided to keep moving.
May our hearts be open.
So we've been talking about the courage to committing keys. And the first key is what?
Unyielding.
I got to keep working. The principle of generosity.
Yes, sir.
The principle of generosity. What is the principle of generosity? It is a heart that's willing to give that leads to a life that freely gives.
I love that. The principle of generosity has revolutionized my life because I think oftentimes we can be so self-centered and self-ambitious that we don't see that God created us to serve like him. Jesus said, I came to this earth to seek and to save those that are lost. And watch this, we are never more like the Father than when we're serving God's people. And oftentimes we limit serving, watch this, to generosity when it comes to finances. But what about being generous with your time?
Yeah.
Being generous with your gift. One thing I learned about this generation is sometimes we can be selfish with our platforms. Because when we see Peter in one of the sermons in this series, we see that he gives Jesus his boat, which was equivalent to his platform.
Jesus Christ.
And sometimes you want God to favor the platform that you feel like you're building, but you won't allow Jesus to get on your boat.
Let Jesus get on your boat. That's for five of y'all who don't get the principle that tithing from your business is allowing Jesus to get in your boat.
Come on.
This is why Devo energy is so important.
Yes, sir.
Because hear me, this is what I discovered when we talk about the principle of generosity and serving, D. Here's what's crazy. Most of us only view serving, what is this called? Laterally? Laterally.
Horizontal, yeah.
Horizontally. We only think serving is to help somebody, when the first form of serving is surrendering. Mike, we did the same thing. That's crazy. It's surrendering. It's surrendering. The first level of serving is surrendering. Can you put this in your notes? And a person who will never surrender to God will never serve another person.
You better talk.
Do I need to say that again?
Say that again.
Somebody who won't surrender to God will never serve another person. Your husband will never treat you right if he won't submit to God. Your wife will never honor you if she won't honor God. The first principle of generosity is not about what you can do for somebody, but what you can do with.
Can I jump in right there?
Jump in.
Jesus spent 30 years surrendering to the Father before he ever served God's people.
Say that again.
He spent 30 years surrendering to the Father and only 3 years serving God's people, because when you don't learn how to surrender to God first, you won't serve people, you will only please people.
Oh my God.
And sometimes we confuse serving with people people pleasing.
Come on. I'm not trying to please you. I'm trying to serve you. So whether you receive my generosity or not won't have me mad, because I'm not doing it for your approval. I'm doing it to hear well done.
My good and faithful servant.
My good and faithful servant. You've been faithful over a few things. Now I'm going to make you ruler over many because you've been generous.
I'm talking. Then in session 2, we begin to unpack the mindset principle. The mindset principle.
I feel like the Dudley twins up here. Let's go.
Somebody shout mindset.
Mindset.
The mindset principle suggests that what I believe about me often determines what I believe about God. It's a sad thing to see God right, but see yourself wrong. I will say that again. It's a sad thing to see God right, but see yourself wrong. Because often throughout scripture, you will see God reminding us who we are. He would say stuff like, you are the head. You are blessed going in. You are blessed going out.
Yeah.
You're fearfully and wonderfully made. He's constantly reminding us of who we are because he knows life has a way of making us forget who we are. And it's one thing to see him right, but what's going to happen in your life when you start seeing you right?
Here's what's crazy. Here's what's crazy. Throughout the Bible, God says, I'm going to let you discover me, but I'm going to tell you who you are.
You are talking.
He said, I'm going to make you go through something to find out who I am. But if you would just surrender, I'll tell you who you are. I'm preaching to somebody, Rod, and since I'm the pastor and you got all us in the room, can I take a minute and tell you what you are? I'll go first. You are blessed.
You are favored.
You are anointed.
You are healed.
You are prosperous.
You are strong.
You are all that.
You're fearfully and wonderfully
You're
made.
getting ready to be greater.
You're walking in overflow.
Walking in blessing.
You're the head and not the tail.
We are. So let's talk about this. Three. The principle, jump on that.
The principle of multiplication. In other words, we don't die.
We multiply.
The principle of multiplication suggests that God did not simply create us to simply maintain, but to what?
Multiply.
To multiply. And oftentimes we settle for addition when God created us for multiplication. And be careful when you are surrounded by people who only add to you and don't help you multiply. And I feel like talking to some people in the room because some of you are frustrated and empty right now because you keep settling for half people when you can't create a whole relationship with only half a person.
Here's what's crazy. I wanna challenge me.
Okay.
Because having a person who adds to you ain't negative.
Yeah.
The problem is it should develop into multiplication.
Yeah.
Michael, all right? I said this before. 2 plus 2 is what? 2 times 2 is what?
4.
2 plus 3 is?
5.
2 times 3 is?
6.
All right? So going from 4 to 5 ain't bad. Problem is, after a certain while, I gotta stop taking baby steps. Since we're growing together, you should help me multiply.
That is so good.
The principle, jump in here, of freedom. Talk about that.
The principle of freedom is so important because we must understand that freedom is not doing whatever you want to do, but freedom is doing what you were created to do.
Yeah.
And sometimes we are settling for culture's version of freedom and not the kingdom's version of freedom. If you're not careful, you'll end up like the prodigal son who got everything from his father and used his freedom for what he wanted to do, and he ended up in a pig's pen. When sometimes you have to realize, even though you can have everything, it doesn't mean you're ready for it in this season. I don't know who I'm preaching to already tonight. I'm sorry, this morning, early in this message, but do I have anybody that's making up in their mind that when I apply this principle of freedom, I'm also embracing the pace of God for my life? That
No. Say that slow, because they missed that. When I apply the principle of freedom,
I'm also embracing the pace of God for my life.
Do that again. When I apply the principle of freedom, I am accepting the pace. Define pace.
The pace, the rhythm.
The rhythm.
The flow.
The flow.
The tempo.
The tempo.
The rate at which God wants to get you.
The timing.
Where he wants you to be.
That's right.
When he needs you to be there.
Hear me when I say this. If you get on the freeway and you say, I'm free, ain't it crazy? They call it the freeway. But you can't be free as you want to be. Because even the freeway comes with accountability. It said if you want to go to the max, you got to get in the left lane.
Yes.
Some of y'all keep crashing because you're trying to do what you want to in a right lane, and the right lane ain't made for the space that you try. Michael! Hey, the pace. Somebody shout pace.
Pace.
Pace is important. Can I say something? I am so glad God did not let me do none of what I'm doing when I wanted to do it. Had God gave me all y'all at 27, you wouldn't like me. Had God blessed me with a music career at 30, I would have probably abandoned this to go to that. Because I was ambitious, I was young, I was sort of a rebel. You couldn't really tell me nothing. My whole energy was trying to prove anybody who doubted me wrong. That is not a healthy, motivating factor for what God is calling you to do. I thank God for pace.
Yes.
I
Yes.
thank God blessings didn't hit. Who remember that? There's a blessing out there with my name on it. Devil thought he knew me, changed the game on him. Watch these blessings falling like it rained on her, like it rained on her. And it went plastic. It sold 7 copies. I remember when I was trying to rush the pace. Holy fire, what? Have your way, burn. And I'm like, here it come, great God, woo, great God. And I'm like, God, what's wrong? And God said, you and your team and your church and your family, can't none of y'all handle what you praying for. Watch this. So I'm not gonna not give it to you.
Wow.
I'ma just slow down the pace and let you grow up so you can be ready for it. Can I prophesy? What you waiting on ain't not gonna happen for you. God said, I'm taking you at the pace, so when you get it, you won't lose.
You are talking. Somebody write this down in your notes. Never forget this, because impatience is an enemy to your increase. I will say that again, because impatience is an enemy to your increase. Because if the devil can't slow you down, he will try to speed you up.
If the devil
Can't
slow you down, he will try to speed you up. And you know what I discovered? He don't speed the blessing up. He speeds your ambition and immaturity up. And what does the devil do? Here it is, here it is. All he do is have a conversation. Come here, Eve.
Our anchor.
No, come here, Eve. And y'all so arrogant. Can I free you? If a devil can talk angels out of heaven, he can absolutely talk you into hell.
You are talking, man.
What's next? Come on.
Next we got the principle of partnership.
We
The
best
principle
duo
of
in the
partnership.
country.
I hope you're sitting next to the right person, because it might get a little crazy at this point. The principle of partnership suggests that trusting the wrong people will make you worse. But y'all not finishing the principle. Do you got your keys in here? All right. Trusting the wrong people will make you, but trusting the right people will help you. I wonder, do I have some people that's making up in your mind in 2023 and moving forward that you're being selective about your partners?
Yes, Lord.
Because you cannot become the right person when you're surrounded by the wrong people. And it says, if you walk with the wise, you will become wise. Proverbs 13:20. But if you hang around fools, your life will fall to destruction. The text says you don't even have to be a fool.
Just hang with him.
You just got to be around a fool.
Ooh, I may
And
shake
it will
him and
destroy
rock him.
your
Hey, I
life.
feel it.
But I'm making up in this mind, I'm not just protecting my peace, I'm also protecting my partners. Because I don't need the wrong people making me worse. God, send me the right people to help me win. I dare you to give God a winning praise in the room and online. That you shouted over him removing the wrong people.
Yeah.
Praise God, because he sent the right people.
D, and the right people won't always feel like the right fit.
So good.
The right people won't always feel like the right fit. Because most times when God sends you somebody, he will send you something you don't want. Which is why the friend you thought would ride with you is missing. And the person you didn't see coming is still standing there, because God ain't trying to fit your criteria. He's trying to fashion your destiny. Am I preaching to anybody?
Yes, God.
That's why I thank God that my brother ain't exactly like me. He got a different pace than me. We flow different. It helps me be better at me. I'm grateful T.O. don't flow like me. So now when I'm creating, he brings a different lens. So when I see it, first conversation all the time gonna be, I don't like that. Then when I sit on it, I be like, Why, PMJ? Some of you gonna miss God. Because you looking for people who gonna have a party, not push you to purpose.
Say that again.
We looking for people who gonna have a party, but not push us to purpose. They a vibe. So, do they got vision?
They a vibe with no victory.
A vibe with no victory. That boy said a vibe with no victory. They are a vibe with no victory. And what I've discovered is everybody who's a vibe will eventually play victim.
Yes.
Because the moment you lock in, they're going to guilt you into thinking something is wrong with the fact that you decided to get right.
Yeah.
But I came to make a decision.
Yeah.
If you going to be in my life, you got to be committed to the stuff that I'm committed to. You ought to slap 3 people high five and shout, I need partnership.
Yeah.
Here we go. Then we talked about, let's go quickly to this, we're running out of time, the principle of transformation.
Absolutely. The principle of transformation suggests that my gift will change others, but my character will change. My gift will change, but my character will change. This is for the people who is great at helping everyone else and giving everyone else all the great advice. And then you look in the mirror and say, I need to start listening to myself. Because your gift will change others. Watch this, but your wisdom will change you. And many times we're trying to impress people with our gift when your gift says a lot about God, but your character says a lot about.
Can I free you? Can I say something that we don't say in church because we got to maintain certain images? Some of the most gifted people got the most issues.
Absolutely.
I'm going to take this even deeper. This is why, watch this, this is why what frustrates me about the devil. If a pastor, singer, somebody famous fall, it makes the news. Can you put this in your notes? Please put this in your notes. They never report about the planes that make it. They only report on the planes that crash.
So good.
So let me free you. Your success will be rewarded with silence. Your crash,
wow,
will be rewarded with conversations. And can I free you? When people begin to whisper about your downfalls, that's when God steps back and he allows the betrayal, the pain, the embarrassment, all of that to develop you. And I came to announce to you that if God allowed you to have a public crucifixion, it's because he's setting you up for a public resurrection.
Preach.
Michael, I can't sit there. Today,
Yes.
night. So tonight, Rock City, put this in the comments. Here's a new one. This might be a book.
Yes, sir.
That's what we need to do.
Yes, sir.
This may be a book we write. And then, like, on the front cover, it's me. Then when they flip it, on the back cover, it's you. Then, like, chapters 1 through 4, it's this way, but you got to turn the book upside down or read from the back. It'd be like 5 through 8. That would be crazy, won't it?
Somebody shout, bet.
Yeah, let's do that. That'd be good, won't it? Here it is. Let's do this. Let's do this. Number 8. Principle number 8.
Oh, my God.
The principle of the pick. Ooh. The principle of the pick. Here's your definition. The principle of the pick suggests that who you choose to be in your life will either be an asset or an assault. The principle of the pick suggests that who you choose to be in your life will either be an asset or an assault. Simply put, we cannot live right if we pick wrong.
You talking. Because we've talked about the principle of partnership, but we have to go back and make sure you're picking the right partners.
That's right. Because if we're not careful, they just gonna run out and pick who's around. Let me free you real quickly. If you believe in God for partnership, okay, or people you're dating, potentially marriage, friends, business partners, those to share your life with, intercessors, put this in your notes, okay? And it just slipped my mind. No, here it is. You ready? Put this in your notes. Leave it vacant before you rush and place it.
Yes.
That's good, ain't it? You wanna know what I'm discovering at 39, about to be 40? There are certain people and certain things that are incredible. They just don't fit me. I don't think you heard what I just said. I'm turning down opportunities now that people around me are saying I'm crazy about.
Wow.
They said that stuff don't come back around. I said, I know. Only problem is who I would have to partner with to do it. Watch this. Because if I partner with the right person, I get their favor. If I partner with the wrong person, I may have to deal with their fights.
You are talking, man.
Now, I need you to get this right, because if I partner with the right person, I get their favor and their fights. If I partner with the wrong people, all I get. And because you're the one with the favor, you end up exhausted because you're having to fight for the both of you. Jump in there, brother.
It made me think about growing up how we used to go to the club. We used to go to a party, and there was this club called Banana
Putting our
Joe's.
business in the streets, ain't you? Hold on, time out. Like, what? What? What?
While you were in college
While
away.
I was in college,
While
yeah,
you were
yeah.
in college
Yeah,
away.
yeah.
I went to a club.
Makes me remember that time I came to your college and you was drinking. And I had to tell Dad about you. All right, there we go. We even. It's your turn. Come on, let's go.
And so
Let's not do that, though.
everybody in Birmingham knew after the party you went to this place called the Purple Onion.
Ooh, ooh, the Purple Onion.
Y'all remember Purple Onion? You didn't even go to eat. You just stood outside.
By your car.
And so here it is. I can remember my friends that I were with were a little bit toxic. They looked at another group of guys and said, y'all deep, we deep, let's fight. The problem is the person on the other team pulled out a gun. None of us had a strap. And I'm looking like, Lord, if you get me out of this, you know that prayer, I'll never. And watch this, before I knew it, while he's running at us with a gun, he busts a U-turn. And I'm like, what made him turn around? I didn't realize that the police had pulled up and signaled his lights. Watch this, because I was connected to the wrong partners. I almost caught an assault on my life. But because the right partner showed up, y'all not having church with me. What was meant to kill me, God gave me another chance. And I want to preach to some people in the room today that there are some attacks that may be showing up in your life, not because you're living wrong, but because you're connected to the wrong people. Picking is the process of discerning. And oftentimes we're trying to pick without developing our discernment. Because the quality, watch this everybody, the quality of your discernment or your pick will be based on the condition of your heart. And sometimes we're trying to make big picks with broken hearts.
Jeez, say that again. Say that again.
Sometimes we're trying to make big picks with broken hearts. We're trying to come to the altar and marry someone, and we never mended a broken heart from a past relationship. We're trying to get a big job or big promotion when we're still disappointed from what happened with our last opportunity. Stop making big picks with broken hearts.
And that's critical. Why? Put this in your notes. God will teach us how to choose, but he will not choose for us. Yeah. Sometimes you don't know what's in people until you choose what's best for you. And that's critical. So somebody say pick.
Pick.
All right, I want to say this too, because I like being well balanced. There are certain people you're going to pick in life, and because of both of you, your life may take y'all in some crazy turns. Y'all may fall out, end up hurting each other. It may not always be heaven. I don't want you to think the principle of partnership is tied to no pain.
Yeah, that's so good.
When you really love a person, pain comes with it. See, partnership in the pick,
That's so good.
watch this, means it's the difference between being attached and in covenant. See, there's a difference between attachment and covenant. If somebody's attached to me, it's like Velcro. If anything pull hard enough, they'll leave. It's like Velcro. If it stay long enough, it may not even stick no more.
Yeah.
But covenant is so bound that I couldn't get you out my spirit or out my life even if I want. See, life will have a way of making y'all always come full circle. And the pick does not mean it's the pick does not mean it won't go through seasons of separation.
Yeah.
Seasons of separation. I almost lost my brother forever because in a certain season we were bumping heads. I had stuff I wanted to do. He had stuff he wanted to do. I was somewhat prideful and arrogant. I believe he had a little bit in him too. And what happens now is we end up going our separate ways, not talking for about how long? A year. Do you know how hard that is? To not talk to somebody who you dang near used to be in the tub with? Somebody that at 15:01, I would be on one side of the room in my bed, he'd be in one side of the room in his bed, and it was us. So what happened was we went through a season, but what I discovered now is, for me, that season was equivalent to college.
Yeah.
Because for 25, 27, 30 years, we've been joined at the hip.
Yeah.
He needed a season of discovery. I needed a season of discovery. If it didn't happen, he wouldn't be as cold-blooded as he is right now. I wouldn't be as stable and more sensitive about relationships as I am right now. Don't leave here thinking, don't log off thinking that the principle of partnership and the principle of the pick means it's going to be painless. Jesus picks 12 and all of them hurt him.
You are talking.
Every disciple caused him a little agony. One betrayed him. One doubted him. All of them forsook him. Yet there's no verse that says, and Jesus dismissed them never to be around them again. The only time we see, let's see if you catch this, what Jesus dismisses them is for what? Prayer. And prayer is equivalent to sort of development. So even in my pick, I'm going to need a season where I say, Usa. And the people who love you will be there when you get back.
That's so good.
The people who love you, I was talking to my band last night. We got all these big shows and all this stuff coming up. And I sat down with Rod. I sat down with Daniel. And I was telling them, we need to be locked, yada, yada, yada. And I said, no. And I said something to them that messed them up. I said, don't ever in your life hold nothing from me that can help me, even if it's gonna hurt me. If I'm trash, I need you to love me enough to say, P, the level at which you're winning, you gotta tighten up. You embarrassing you and you embarrassing us. To spare my feelings is to rob my destiny. No, now I wanna be free. Everybody can't do that to me. One of y'all walk up to me and say I'm trash, I'm gonna look back at you and say, yo mama. But what I'm saying is there are certain people in my life who we have hurt, cried, warned, suffered, and lost enough that because they are partners, and watch this, proximity does not determine value of partnership. Because some of the people I'm around the most ain't the ones I trust the most.
You are talking.
The voice you need to activate destiny sometimes won't come within proximity. Because partnership does not always equal proximity. David makes a mistake. Nobody, he sleeps with Bathsheba. Nobody in his proximity checked him. But then the prophet from outside walked in and said, you are that man. You need to get your house in order. Watch what he said. And because you did this, I'm going to make it very clear, you can't get out skate-free. It's going to cost you your son. Because you took this man's life, it's going to cost you a life, because sometimes it's tit for tat. That's what we don't talk about when it comes to God. You would tithe, pray, and treat people better if you realize even the hell you caught could have been worse. What if God hit you tit for tat?
You are talking. Can I jump in right there?
Please.
Because you cannot make the right choices while you're listening to the wrong voices.
Say that again.
You cannot make the right choices while listening to the wrong voices. See, God will send people into your life for your calling, and oftentimes we want people in our life for our company. Y'all not hearing me today. And you need to know, how do I know if someone is toxic or not? Here it is, because when they speak, poison come out their mouth.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Define poison.
Poison, anything, watch this, that will paralyze, infect you, or destroy you.
So how do I discern the difference between poison and purpose?
Purpose will speak to my future. Poison will speak to my destruction. I will say that better. Purpose will speak, watch this, to my purpose.
Yeah.
Poison will speak to my perversions.
This Negro crazy, boy. Like, you different. You wildin'. Poison will speak to my perversions. That's crazy. And I want to free you real quickly. Oftentimes, poison will make you feel good about what your spirit's screaming out about. No. So what am I saying? I want to give you some homework, because we're going to keep rolling. I want to give you some homework. What picks do you need to nurture?
Here you go,
Wow.
sir. Hope this warms you up.
Thank you.
What
kind
picks
man.
do you need to nurture? That's rich, right? What picks do you need to nurture?
I am innocent of
What
this
picks, this is also
man.
good,
It is your
do
responsibility.
you need to heal from? What picks are required for your destiny? That's rich, right?
Yeah.
That's rich, right? Let's talk about this. This is good. There are some people you can't pick because picking them will poison you. Jesus is warning us in this scripture that many times, put this in your notes, church, put this on the screen, our greatest pain may come from giving our greatest treasures to the wrong people. He tells us in Matthew chapter 7, verse 6, that maybe your greatest pain will come from giving your greatest treasures to the wrong people. Look at what it says. Do not throw your pearls before the swine. I'm going to put Pastor D on the spot. This is how my dad raised us. He would just throw scriptures at us and tell us what we see. So let's do a live exhibition with my brother, okay? All right, D, I want you to tell me the first thing that jumps out at you, and let's see if we can match it, all right? I'm going to read it. Do not give what is holy to dogs, and do not throw your pearls before swine. They will trample them under their feet and turn and tear you to pieces. First thing that jumps out to you is what?
Holy.
Holy. Why does holy jump out?
Because it distinguishes difference.
Come on, explain that.
So when he says do not give what is holy, it's saying do not give what belongs to God to those who are not on God's side.
Say that again.
Do not give what belongs to God to those who are not with God.
So the scripture opens up by do not. Now I want to free you. Do not give what is holy to dogs. Dogs. So let's do some definitions. What are some attributes of a dog? Anybody? Scream it out.
I'm a queen.
Loyal. Say it again. On four legs. I like that definition. Somebody shouted loyal. That messed me up, the analogy of dogs. He's saying, even if they loyal, can they handle that which is holy? Watch this. Watch this. This is heavy. Because loyalty and longevity look alike. Quit, that was good.
That was real good.
Loyalty and longevity look alike. Just because you've been around long, this is my brother's statement, don't mean you've been around strong. That's his saying, ain't it? So no, hear me. I want to ask you a question. Have they been loyal or have there been longevity? Let me pause, parenthetically digress, and look at it from both maps. Loyalty don't mean they ain't acted a fool. I'm finna say this in 70. I may get in trouble and end up on the shade room when I say it. Pastor Mike, she stepped out on me 17 years ago, but has she been there? Have y'all grown through that? Have y'all been pursuing God? Have y'all both kind of been
unwavering promise.
So is loyalty perfection?
May peace be with you now and
Can I-
Jump in there. I like devil's advocate sometimes.
I like that because Jesus gives three individuals a set of talents.
Come on.
Two of them doubled what they had.
Yeah.
One buried it and produced nothing with it. And he looked at the other two and said, you've been faithful over a few things. Watch this. The other one kept what he gave to him. He was loyal, but he wasn't faithful. Because sometimes we confuse loyalty with faithfulness. Faithfulness bears fruit. Loyalty just keeps company.
So do you see how we attempt to challenge you in your thinking? I'm not saying accept toxicity and ignore bad cycles. What I am saying is sometimes we throw people away who were actually loyal.
Yeah. Wow.
Did you catch that? So he talked about me one time. Now I can't trust him ever. Your friend betrayed you once. And now you so headstrong that you say, no, once a lie, always a lie.
Our deepest truths are often
All right? So when you get to them gates and you standing in line, God gonna look at you and say, once a blank, always a blank. So you mean to tell me you ain't loyal to God?